Have you ever felt like life was pulling you in a million different directions? Like no matter how much energy you pour into something, the result just doesn't match the effort? You're not alone. Many of us wake up each day racing against the clock, striving to accomplish everything, only to end up feeling drained, frustrated, and lost. We think the solution is to push harder, do more, and burn brighter like electricity, flowing endlessly, powering everything in its path. But what if I told you that life isn't about being the power source for everything and everyone around you? Pause, take a breath, listen carefully. Life isn't asking you to be the electricity, it's asking you to be the lighthouse. You see, a lighthouse stands tall and steadfast, rooted deeply no matter how fierce the storm becomes. It doesn't produce the energy to save the ships, it simply illuminates the way, guiding others safely through the darkness. The lighthouse doesn't control the winds or calm the waves. Its power is in its stillness, its strength is in its purpose, and its light shines not because it tries harder, but because it stays true to what it was built to do. I wasn't born knowing this truth. In fact, for a long time, I felt like I needed to be everything for everyone, an endless supply of strength, joy, and hope. But let me tell you something, no one has an infinite reservoir of energy. I learned that the hard way. When I was younger, I thought life was about achieving, about proving myself despite my challenges. I thought I had to show the world what I could do, what I could overcome to be accepted, to matter. And when I couldn't do it all, I felt like I was failing not just myself, but the people around me. But here's the beautiful truth I discovered. We aren't meant to power the world, we are meant to guide it. Look at your own life. Think about those times when you tried to fix every problem, be the constant source of energy for your family, your friends, your co-workers, even strangers. It feels noble, doesn't it? But over time, that pressure starts to weigh you down. And when you burn out, you feel guilty for not being enough. That's a trap. That's not living, it's surviving. But when you embrace the role of a lighthouse, everything changes, because being a lighthouse doesn't mean you're weak or inactive. Quite the opposite. It means you are intentional. It means you stand firm in your values, grounded in your purpose. It means you shine your light, not by exhausting yourself, but by staying connected to the source of your strength. For me, that source is my faith. For you, it might be your dreams, your love for others, or the belief that your life has a greater meaning. The ships at sea don't need you to calm the storm, they need you to show them where the shore is. They need your guidance, not your electricity. When you understand this, you'll realize that your impact doesn't come from trying harder, it comes from standing taller. So how do we become the lighthouse? Let me share 3 lessons that transformed my life. First, embrace your foundation. Every lighthouse is built on a solid foundation, and so must you. What grounds you? What gives you strength when the winds of doubt and fear start to blow? For me, it's knowing that I am wonderfully and fearfully made. It's understanding that I have a purpose greater than myself, one that no storm can take away. Your foundation is your anchor. Without it, you'll be swept away by the currents of comparison, anxiety, and exhaustion. Second, focus on your light. A lighthouse doesn't try to do everything, it simply does what it was designed to do, shine. What is your light? What is that unique gift, that talent, that passion, that spark within you? Too often we dim our light trying to be what we think others want us to be, but the world doesn't need another imitation. The world needs you, your authentic, beautiful, imperfect self. Your light isn't meant to blind others, it's meant to guide them. So don't hide it. Don't apologize for it. Let it shine. Finally, stand firm in the storm. The lighthouse doesn't run from the waves. It doesn't crumble when the winds howl. It stands firm, knowing that its purpose is not to avoid the storm, but to be a beacon in the middle of it. In your life, the storms will come. You will face challenges, heartbreak, and setbacks. But remember this, the storm does not define you. Your strength does. And your strength comes from knowing who you are and why you're here. When you live as a lighthouse, something incredible happens. People begin to notice your light, not because you're shouting for attention, but because your presence speaks louder than words. They see your calm in the chaos, your confidence in the uncertainty, and your courage in the face of fear. And slowly, they begin to find their own way. You don't have to fix everyone's problems. You don't have to have all the answers. You simply have to be the light that shows others there's hope. There's a way forward, there's a shore, even when all they see is the storm. Imagine if we all lived like lighthouses. Imagine a world where instead of draining ourselves trying to power everything, we stood tall and shared our light with purpose and intention. Imagine the ripple effect of living with clarity, strength, and love. It starts with you. It starts with the decision to stop being the electricity and start being the lighthouse. So I'll leave you with this: the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time life feels like a storm that won't end, remember this: you don't have to fight the waves. You don't have to fight the winds. You don't have to calm the winds. You just have to stand tall, stay grounded, and let your light shine. Because your light, your unique, beautiful, unwavering light has the power to guide the world. And that is enough.